Hey guys, been a long hot summer, 2 months, and I ain't made a video, so it's time to make one. I think the last one was June. Anyway, so this is what happened. This is an update of the last 2 months. I got 28 minutes to do it in. My phone camera screwed up. I gotta figure it out. With all that said, I'll get into it. So, the last Christ I had was the Spanish Christ. He was cool, but he left in 2 weeks, couldn't deal with it. I then got another Christ. Plus I was dealing with the bad Christ. I don't even remember half of what happened. But what happened in the last 2 months was unprecedented stuff, man. I'm going to go make videos of the last 2 months explaining some things that happened as I remember them, because it was brutal. Brutal! So, basically I'll give you a rundown. After I left the place where they hang out with people, they don't hang them. They hang the souls to keep them protected in rooms. Watch my last video. As I left that, I fell asleep because I was awake, laying in bed. I just woke up. I'm experiencing this where they keep the souls, where they want to hang me. They decided they weren't going to hang. Or no, they did hang me for 1 day. That's right. Later on, I woke up and they were taking me out of where I was being hung to protect me. Christ was taking me out. As he was taking me out, I fell asleep. I wake up and everything's normal. Like, for 2 days everything was normal to me. Just normal happenings. I can't remember all that was happening. But to me, I was in St. Lucian with my wife, kids, Jesus Christ, and things were being played out around me and it all seemed normal. But after that, what happened is this. 2 days later, 2 days, on the third day, a whole bunch of stuff happens. Not bad, just stupid drama, house stuff, life stuff in the spirit world with my wife and kids. Everything seemed normal. But then I was in the illusion room that I created with the other Jesus Christ. We were in there. And I was talking to my wife, and they built me a room in there, a place to sleep and live and whatever. And we were in there, and we were talking, and all of a sudden, we hear this giant Christ voice. And he was outside, in the parking lot, or outside. I guess it was the parking lot. This is where I built the zombie room. So I'm in there, we're in the new room, and we hear a Christ. It's a room within a room, okay? So they built me a little house in the big giant illusion, outside of St. Lucian, okay? So, I'm in the room, I'm talking to my wife, my kids, and another girl named Christine, and we're talking, and this big Christ comes, and we're hiding. We're going in there to talk privately, because it's a special room that they created so bad guys can't get at me or whatever. Supposedly it's harder for them to find the people that were stabbing the shit out of me. So we're in there, we're talking, and all of a sudden a Christ comes and he's outside. So we all go outside. They see him and they run back inside, and they're going, you gotta be quiet, Rich, you gotta be quiet. Just hide out and be quiet, don't say nothing. And this guy is talking about me, and he's saying all this bullshit. This Christ. And they're all scared. My wife and kids and Christine are all scared. They're like, Christine's a friend of the family or whatever. They're all scared, and I'm like, what the hell's going on? And I'm awake, laying. I just woke up, and this is what's going on. But I'm laying in bed, meditating, watching this. And so I go out the door. I'm going out there, going, don't go, just listen to him, he'll go away. If you just listen to him speech, he'll go away. And I go, who is this? And they go, he's Christ, he's a battle Christ or something. Some kind of a Christ that comes down and enforces the rules. And I'm like, come on, give me a break. And I go, I've been here for 9 years and I never experienced this shit. And they go, oh, it happens all the time, man, it happens all the time. And I'm going, alright, well, fuck. So I went outside and I go, well, he's Christ. What's he gonna do, kill me? Fuck, I'm damn near fucked already, so what's he gonna do, right? And so I walk out and he's standing there and he's like 8 feet tall, huge. No, actually, like huge. 10 feet tall, something like that. This Christ, and he's got all this gear, all these Christ gear stuff. Cloak, and a cross, necklaces, and crosses and things all over him, and symbology and stuff. And I'm looking at him, and he's got a big, heavy beard, he looks like something out of a pirate movie, And so I'm listening to him, and he's talking, and then I didn't do nothing, so I ran back in, and I'm telling the girls, I go, this seems like a recording. And I go, I don't know, man, just stay in here. And all of a sudden, he stopped. He stopped talking, so I went back outside to see what was going on. He's standing there, and I guess he was looking for me. They said he was looking for me. That's why I said, but I'm standing here in front of him, and he's still looking for me. I'm like, what the hell's going on? And all of a sudden, I decided something's not right. So I walked up and I poked, gave him a shove. Nothing happened. No response like a normal person. And so I told the girls, I went back in and told the girl, I said, look, I just punched this. I shoved the guy and he didn't even do nothing. He didn't react. And I go, oh, I don't know. We never did this. And so I went back outside and he started chanting the same thing he did earlier, saying it all over again. So I went back out there, and he's just looking around like this, like to me, he's acting like he's talking to 1,000 people standing in front of him, and he's like talking to them all, like a priest in a church sort of thing. But he's menacing looking. Looks like he can kick your ass in a minute. So I'm watching this guy, and there's no one there, and he's talking to me, but he ain't looking at me. He's looking around like he's looking at a field of people. And all of a sudden, I'm thinking, he sounds like a fucking robot. So I got really mad. I pondered it for a minute. Should I do this or shouldn't I? So I decided I'm going to do this. So I reached up and I grabbed him by the neck here. No response. And I ripped his clothes off. Guess what I found underneath? Robot. He was a fucking robot. Mechanical chest, metal legs, metal gears fucking moving inside, everything with a head. So as soon as I ripped his skin off, because that's what I do to protect myself, like if somebody comes at me, I'll rip your skin off in the spirit world. You freak out and run away. No more problem. So, if I'm being attacked by you, or spirit people. So I ripped his skin off. He had a skin. I ripped it off. He's a robot. I run back and I go, look at it. He's a fucking robot. And the girls are like, we're not going out there. I go, he's a fucking robot. How does a robot get here? Why is this here? I don't understand. And I go, well, where's all the people that work here? Because I'm like, all the people, we employ 100, 200 people to work in the illusion room to get this zombie room going, right? Not one. There's a president. I'm a president of the zombie room. There's a vice president. There's two presidents and a vice president, and 200 people building this goddamn room. Not one of them are here. Something's wrong. And every other time I came here, the place is packed full of people working because they're getting paid. You're getting paid good. And so I start questioning things, and so as I start questioning the girls, I feel like, and all of a sudden I feel like Captain Kirk off Star Trek. It just comes to my head. I'm Captain Kirk. You know when Captain Kirk is talking to the robot fucking glowing thing on the wall or whatever? The robot looks like a satellite, he's talking to it. I start questioning it. I start questioning the girls, and I feel like I'm Captain Kirk talking to the crazy robot, and I'm asking them questions, and all of a sudden the girls start acting weird, like they're not real or something. All their reactions and comments to what I'm questioning, they're freezing up. They're not acting. Usually they tell me to fuck off, or smack me, or not smack me, but tell me to fuck off, and oh, you're an asshole, shut up, you know, family things. And they're not. I'm like, what the hell is going on? And I couldn't figure it out. And finally I go, I'm going to press the issue until I get some fucking answers. And I slowly press the issue. Press their buttons. So I started pressing their buttons, asking questions and shit. And then I turned it into arguments. And the more crazy it got, the more argumentative it got between me and the girls in this room. We're hiding from this robot thing I just found out. They start glitching out. The girls start glitching out. And I go, you're not even real. And they go, what do you mean? What do you mean? Like, they don't know how to answer. And I'm like, what the fuck is going on? What the fuck is going on? And then all of a sudden, I come outside between the robot. I'm looking at the room, and I'm looking at the robot, and it's going, and everything starts glitching around me. And all of a sudden, boom, my jaw here, where the teeth were, killing me. It's killing. It hasn't stopped hurting, okay? I'm going to tell you, it takes time. I wake up, all of a sudden it glitches out, and I'm standing in a black room. There's a guy up there, okay? There's a guy up there, and all of a sudden this other guy, he looks like an Ottawa. I don't know how to explain it. You know the guys that are in office buildings that work in the cubicles, and they work in Ottawa for the province. He looks like he's 20 to 25, and he's a little geeky gay guy, and he runs up to me, and he's like, oh, and he runs up to me, and he runs right up to me. I'm looking at the fucking guy up there. He runs up to me, and he goes, and he's looking at me. He's like, and he's shaking. And he's like, because I kill everybody, right? I rip their skins off, but I'm so mad. Like my brain's going crazy. I know I'm in a room now, and I have been for 2 days in this room, chained to the walls. I'm in the middle of the room with a chain with a wire going off here and a wire going off there. Fruit flies. So here I am in this room. The guy up there is conducting the show. And this guy comes up to me, and he's taking some kind of gear off my head. And he's like, and he reaches up and he takes it off my head, and then he peels some stuff off my face. And I'm like furious. I looked at him. I didn't kill him. I didn't touch him. I was so mad I didn't touch him. And then I pulled the wires off me, disconnected them, and I started arguing with the guy up there. And he never answered any question. he started spinning around in his chair and he started singing a song like he's crazy. And he had a beard, black hair and a beard, and he's singing this song like a fairy tale or a happy song. But the words, as I'm questioning him and yelling at him, he's taking what I'm saying and turning it into the lyrics of the song. Like, oh, Richard's pissed off at me, he thinks he was to kill me, but he can't do nothing, la 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 la. And what's he gonna do? How's he gonna do it? Oh, Richard's out, he never thought of how to get out of here. And that's what he's singing. And as he's doing that, I'm getting pissed off. I went to the wall. I went through the wall, because I know how to shift and get through the walls. But I need to know I'm in a wall first. So I got out of the wall. Here I am. In blackness. So I know I'm in the illusion, because it's black. If I came out of the wall, and I was on a city street, I know I'm in St. Lucian or something. Maybe. Unless I'm in a room within a room within a room. Now, I get out, and then I take off. My jaw's killing me. Killing me, it's pounding like hell. So I wake up, and that's just what happened since the last video. That happened right after the last video I made, which I'm making this one. From that point on, it was just chaos. And I want to make another video explaining the 2 months. Important things that happened in the 2 months. Now, if I was to make videos like I'm making right now, of everything that happened, I'd have 200 videos. I actually sat down and made a 4-hour video explaining everything that happened, but when I went to load it, the goddamn, it wouldn't. It was only audio. The actual video wouldn't come up. So I don't understand what happened, so I just erased it all. I didn't bother trying to make another one. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the good parts out of the 2 months of experiences, and I'll put them here so to teach you and explain them. To teach you or whatever. So that's what happened. I got back home, I think, and then I purged. I spent days purging and fighting. I was with another Christ. So what happened was, I can't barely remember, it's 2 months ago. I was with the Christ that I was with, and he was a good Christ. Maybe it was a Spanish Christ. Or somebody I got to take care of me, because there was a worker guy in the illusion room, and he woke me up to this Christ right after this. Oh no. But what happened? Okay, screw, I can't remember. But what happened was, he took me to the hanging room where the souls were hanged because they were being attacked. Now he wanted to protect me from the people that I was talking about in St. Lucian. In St. Lucian, there were people that were stabbing me, coming up and just shanking me in the illusion. Now what they do is, you're a soul. You're sitting, you're in the soul, you're sitting in St. Lucian, eating your supper, and someone stabbed you. What happened? I look down, and there's a kid, okay? And he's got a knife, and he's sticking me. And I go to reach him, I go to get him, and I go right through him, like a ghost. Okay? This is my soul in St. Lucian, reaching out to grab a kid, and I can't get him. But he's got the knife, and he's laughing at me, like he knows something. And he did. So I realized he was in the illusion. The Christ that I was working with said, yeah, he's in the illusion. That's why you can't get him. You got to reach into the illusion and grab him. So what I did, next time it happened, kid came up, shanked me, Shake me in the back. I took my freeze gun, which is a gun. You know the fluid they pump in you to freeze you? Well, I got a gun that shoots that shit. And I turn around, I can see the guy. I put the gun into the illusion. I just take the gun, put it in the illusion, I shot him, and I grabbed him, and gave him to Christ. Christ gave him shit. Don't take him to jail or nothing. Holy man. Anyway, I don't know what happened. I got shanked 480 times in the back in 2 months. No, it was 840. It was a lot, I can't remember. Anyway, that's what's been going on while I had this toothache. So what I'm trying to say is, I was in, when he took me out of that hanging place where I was hanging for a day, he took me out and I fell asleep on the bed. Now I was awake laying on the bed watching all this going on around me. He took me to, we're walking away and I was, because I'm on 2 hits of Advil trying to take the fucking tooth pain away and I got no teeth there. So I'm trying to figure out why the tooth pain is a distraction. Okay? And I'm starting to think that. I don't really remember what happened and how it took place. I gotta think about it. But I fell asleep. I wake up and life is normal. All of a sudden, it starts glitching out. 2 days later. So those 2 days I had, all I was doing, I was in an illusion room and he's doing whatever he wanted to me. And I had no difference. The only reason I woke up was because I was in that other room having a dream. He puts implants in your head to enhance the dream. He can enter the dream with you. In the dream, you're in a room with all your friends. Everybody's acting normal. New people are coming to meet you. Everything. And whenever you start to wake up, somebody grabs you and gives you drama. So you're always preoccupied with bullshit. Constantly for fucking 2 days. Alright? Then, everything started glitching out 2 days later. And it totally glitched out when I started getting angry. And I realized that the fucking Christ out there was a robot. The kids weren't real. They were an illusion. My wife was an illusion. And Christine was an illusion. Everything went away. He's up there, oh my, pressing fucking buttons trying to get him back working again. I'm awake laying in bed, and I went, you fucker. And I've been through this before, but not this deep. This guy had extra shit. So I'm in this black box with all this shit hooked up to my head because I fell asleep with him in command. He was a Jesus Christ taking care of me. Now you're supposed to be happy and free, living your life, and he's going to teach you shit, right? That's the way it's been. That's the way it's supposed to be. But this guy had me in an illusion room. Oh, fuck. In the illusion room, he hooked up into my dreams. So, in the illusion room, you're stable. You're hooked up to the wires. You don't see the wire you're hooked up to, because you're from here. You're in your soul, looking around, playing. But you're in your house. You go to the bathroom. You go have sex. Turns out you're having sex with him, because it's a girl. You're seeing a girl, but it's not actually a girl. Then you're seeing everything, you're doing everything, and it's just like normal from where you left. But you wake up, but it's normal, but it's not normal. It's some guy controlling everything you see, feel, and everything. Then you go to sleep and you think you're in your house, but you're in an illusion, in the illusion room, but you don't know you're in there, but you think you're in your house, sleeping, and all of a sudden, boom. you're in your house or someplace else you know, and there's a beautiful girl there, and you start making out with her, kissing, or you start fighting and drama, whatever. You're being tested in lessons. What are your secrets? How do you make this stuff? How do you make? Hey man, how do you make this stuff? Like, how do you make cigarettes? How do you make beer? How do you make whiskey? I want to know, and this is what I do. I can do it easy, but this is what they want to know. How do you do it? What are your secrets? What are your secrets? I need to know them. And so they use sex. They use more drugs. They use buddy. They use fear and violence against you. So buddy comes and saves you. Your friend, some guy comes and saves you. He becomes your friend from the fear and violence, and you're like, shit, yeah, man, you just saved my life. You go, hey, I heard you make cigarettes. How do you do that? Fuck, you just saved my life. I'll tell you everything I know. Here you go. And you just give him all the information. Dude, you just saved my life from that goddamn nasty thing. But that was a dream. You wake up from the dream and you're in your house. And you're like, holy shit, what a dream. I'm getting up and going and playing the computer. So I wake up in reality. I'm like, fuck it. I can't deal with that shit. I'm on a computer all day. Or shopping with my mom, buying shit in reality. Go back to sleep and I'm in my fucking house in St. Lucia. Go back and do another dream again. But it wasn't St. Lucia. My fucking soul was in a black box. That looks like, inside looks like St. Lucia. You know when you do the fucking green screen on a computer? When you do the fucking green screen on a computer, it looks like you're in fucking forest land and they're talking to you. Well, it looks like normal life behind you. When you're driving a car in the movies, the lighting's different from outside to inside, and they're talking to each other. They're doing 200 miles an hour down the goddamn highway, and they're talking to each other. And you get that. That's exactly what it's like inside this box. Until the guy turns the fucking movie off that you're in, that you're being manipulated in your own head, and whenever you don't do something, you get shanked. You get burned. Fuck. The demons are burning your skin again. So whenever you don't comply with what he says, he tortures you. All that shit goes on inside these boxes. And this Christ that was doing it was fucking insane, bad guy. I woke up in the box with his little fuck buddy. I was taking the gear off my head, and I lost it. I want the guy. I want the little guy that took that shit off my fucking head. But in the end, I win. 2 Christs, 1 priest, and a lot more happened in the 2 months, and I'm going to take you through it. This is just one little piece to get you going. All right, hang tight.